We're just like missing something that was like really important to like the story here, aren't we? And oh my gosh, I'm getting trolled! The first demo of Angels and Demons released about 3 years ago. So, for the Demo-versary, my community voted that I speedrun Angels and Demons' 4th demo. If you're unfamiliar, Angels and Demons is a platformer, an RPG, and a rhythm game. As the game progresses, these genres will merge closer and closer together. Battles will have attacks that need to be avoided by platforming, platforms and obstacles will move with the music, areas will need to be escaped before a song ends, or you may even need to defend an attack by playing the rhythm game. To complete this run, I'll need to make it through 2 different chapters, fight 4 different story bosses, play 2 rhythm game tracks, and finally, fight the secret boss at the end of the boss rush. Feel free to drop a comment with your timing prediction. I'll give you a hint. I speedran my 3rd demo for a previous Demo-versary, and that time came out to be 1 hour, 7 minutes, and about 28 seconds. One last thing before we continue. Make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. It's the best way that you can help support the channel, and it helps suggest the video to more people. Thanks a ton. Now, on to the video. Chat, do we want dark mode or do we want light mode for text boxes? Dark mode? Alright, dark mode enabled. Since this is my own game, like, I think I have a little bit of a leg up in how things are gonna go for it, but time is gonna start when I press enter on this screen, alright? That's when the game officially begins, and time will end on the very last hit on MPUE. Ready, 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 ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So if I remember properly about this is actually the quicker way to do this fight is by giving giving Yui an extra attack out of the gate, because she does 1 more damage, and then having 2 attacks per turn is just going to be like faster in general. This should ideally put us in a position to where we might end up skipping one of the attack styles. Yeah, so we actually skipped the dodge attack there, which is good because that saves us a whole extra bit of time. So the opening of the game is a little bit slow, but we're already pretty close to entering World 1. That's coming up here, like now. Chapter 1, Dusty Rock Desert. This arid desert/Wild West area is being overrun by the demons of gluttony. To get rid of them all, we'll have to find the rune of temperance that's buried deep in the depths of Dusty Canyon. So, here's a little overview of the first half of Chapter 1. We're gonna fight our first mini-boss, the Glutslinger, play a rhythm game to get some illegal hot sauce, learn our first special attack and overworld ability, and finally, we'll defeat the Glutank and enter Dusty Canyon. The first half of Chapter 1 is pretty straightforward. It's the second half that gets a little more complicated due to this being an all bosses run. So, here's how it went. I'm already throwing because I'm like trying to hold down like the text skip key. So, we're actually going to avoid the first encounter and go straight to getting some items to make things go a little bit faster. So, we're going to get the cactus bracelet and we're going to get the nomadic scarf. So the nomadic scarf doesn't really do anything for us just yet, but the cactus bracelet will allow us to deal a little bit more damage out of the gate. So it actually makes these fights go just a little bit faster. And I'm gonna gamble a little bit here to try and get a counterable version of this. There we go. Yeah, for a little bit of extra damage. If both enemies use that, and they use it on main character, then we can actually end this fight faster, but unfortunately they both attacked Yui. So, not me just realizing the nomadic scarf room exists. Yes, so the only way the game actually tells you about that is through the dream cutscene, which we won't be doing in this run. In the dream for World 1, the dream cutscene where like you go through I guess the inverted part of the desert. If you go a little to the right, you can actually see the semi-solid platform that has that door. And depending on whether you have or have not gotten the scarf already. Oh, there's our first dodge attack. Depending on whether or not you have or have not gotten the scarf, you can actually use the in-room dialogue with Yui, and main character will comment on it. Be like, huh. Like, he'll either say like, huh, I don't remember seeing that. Crazy that I remember something like that, but, you know, LOL. Or if you have already gotten it, there's like a different line for it, but I don't remember exactly what it is, so. So I'm trying to get a little bit of these fights done relatively quickly. We're already to the point where we can deal a good chunk of damage to the glutlets and basically one-shot them, especially if we get a first strike. But the main thing I want to do is I want to get pretty close to level 3 before we get to the first mini-boss. So we're gonna avoid this enemy and actually go over here. We're gonna get our next equipable item, the cow skull helmet, and this will also boost main character's attack quite a bit. And we'll go ahead and equip that over the cactus bracelet because it's a little bit stronger. We're gonna get one last encounter out of the way here. This should level us up to level 3 if I remember correctly. You can actually, if you notice, our turn queue went a little bit weird. That is because Yui's speed, Yui and main character's speed, I believe... Okay, yeah, we'll go to level 3 now. Their speed is equivalent to the Glutling's speed in this case. Also, safety save, just because I don't trust my own game. So, when the order gets, like, reset for an enemy being defeated, it actually moves them in front of the queue instead of moving them, like, where they realistically should be in the queue, like, keeping it the exact same. The refresh of it actually works slightly differently. And I don't exactly know if that's something I intentionally programmed in or not, because I don't think that I did. It just kind of happens, and it hasn't caused problems yet. So we're in the first mini-boss. This is the Glut Slinger. And I say he's the first mini-boss, but just a little while he's going to become a standard enemy. But with the level we're at right now, he's a mini-boss. Alright, so there's our first mini-boss. We should actually have the level up now. Yeah. And we're only going to be boosting attack for this, for a good reason. Ideally, we want to get, like, higher rolls on the numbers, and I'm getting the worst RNG, of course. Worst seed of my life. Not exactly ideal to get only 1s. We really want to get only 3s. And it's totally random. Yeah, it's purely RNG. So you could actually... Oh, wait, almost forgot. We got to do the rhythm game. You could go your entire playthrough and get, like, only 3s, or you could get only 1s with everything. I'm going to try and, like, X-rank just to flex, but I don't know how feasible it is. That's why I picked easy. Also, because I forgot to rebind my controls, so it's DFJK. And that's not what I use. I use Q, W, and 7 and 8 on my numpad. I'm also, like, glancing over at chat while doing this too, which is very risky. So the reason we do the rhythm game is not just for, like, bonus or silly or anything like that, but because by completing the rhythm game with, like, I believe it's a B, maybe it's a C rank, I don't remember. C or B rank or higher, we will get a illegal hot sauce item, or also known as the extra flamin', like extra hot flamin' ghost pepper hot sauce or something like that. But basically just the illegal hot sauce. And this is going to be our key item for opening up the portal to the vomitorium, where we will fight the World 1 secret boss. Any X-rankers? Heck yeah. Alright, so we got our diner coupon. We're gonna get our hot sauce now. Have a coupon, skipping cutscenes, get me out. You know, actually, I'm gonna lose time here, but I do think it's gonna be a good idea to get Yui some attack boosting equipment here. I think this will be worth the time loss. So let's see, that is the Western dress and the healed boots. So we're gonna give Yui her only World 1 equipables. And we're going to pet the horse. Petting the horse actually positively affects your RNG, and I'm not kidding about that either. Like, that is a 100% like intentional thing that petting the horse will positively affect your RNG. More on that in a second. We just got our first special attack here, and that is the Angelic Spike. That'll let us break through these rock floors, and it'll also let us use a special attack in battle finally, which will be good for getting like a lot of extra damage across. So take the Shmoove route here, get a pepper on the way. Illegal item acquired, run invalidated. So here's our first real mini boss that isn't going to become a like regular enemy later on down the line. This is the Gluttank, and the Gluttank has a big set of attacks. He also attacks twice per turn, so we kind of want to get him like out as fast as possible because many different reasons, but mainly that he's going to use up a lot of our time. I think what I'll probably end up doing here is like I'm kind of routing this on the fly based off of just like how I've made the game. I didn't like plan any of this stuff. Most I planned was like, oh yeah, I could like get Shmoove speed like relatively early in the tutorial, like the actual base movement tutorial, but I also forgot that when you skip cutscenes, you skip that specific tutorial, so it genuinely doesn't even matter. We're actually going to give main character a second turn here. We're going to hop himself up, and that's going to burn a turn, but that'll be good for us, because now we can add on an extra bit of damage as we go through. I might actually end up using one of Yui's turns to pray, because it either gives me something that's going to help me out, or we'll keep it in the tank and hopefully the game doesn't crash. I don't trust my own programming, especially with the prayers, but we'll find out. I've had too many times where I've had to make a patch just to fix, oh yeah, prayers crash the game. Okay, Yui's gonna go ahead and attack. We do have a prayer in the chamber right now. We do not have enough AP to do another angelic spike. Pray for more turns. That's awesome. Yeah, the gamble paid off. All right. Curious on the horse pet buff. All right. Yeah, I did say more on that later. Let me expound. For the prayers, actually, it weights the RNG in the prayers positively. Every single story beat in the game technically has a value that's either positive, negative, or just 0. And petting the horse has a positive value. It's like a morality value, basically. So, okay, there's a Gluttank down. But petting the horse is it's positive for your morality, which will positively weight the effect of these prayers. Like, it's very minor, but it does make it possible to, or maybe not possible, but more likely that you'll get a prayer for victory. It's very slight. It's literally like 0.1% increase. Now that we've defeated the Gluttank and made it to Dusty Canyon, we've entered the second half of Chapter 1. First, we're going to stop in 2 different bonus rooms to grab some extra equipables, the Gluttonous Shorts and the Nomadic Robe. Next, we're going to seek out and find the ruined Dusty Cathedral. Once we're inside, we'll need to solve a few puzzles to access the deeper parts of the area. Counterpoint, if you actually... Let me think of words here. If you don't throw the speedrun. If you... Where was I going with this? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, never mind. I remember. If you try to hurt a possessed enemy, like enough to where like it would have been lethal damage, right? And Yui has to stop you. That is negative towards this morality meter, basically, right? If your overall morality, I guess, is a negative value, it is impossible to get certain prayers, like prayer for victory. Prayer only run when. Honestly, that could be some sick YouTube content. I can't even lie. That is a pretty awesome idea. Can you beat angels and demons with only praying? The answer is yes. I can tell you right now, the answer is yes. It might be time consuming, but it is yes. Challenge runs would go nuts. Like, honestly, yeah. Like, I was thinking of like maybe trying to do like some challenge runs for like YouTube videos and stuff. Like, I know prayer only is definitely one. Like, I'd thought about it before, but it's kind of like on the back burner because like I actually have to make the game. That kind of comes before making content. I was thinking of like a minimum jumps run or minimum dashes run or something like that would be fun. Or Like, obviously, only prayers. Like, I know that one is doable. Also, I just thought of something here. I probably shouldn't have, oh, I just did the puzzle wrong. I just definitely did the puzzle wrong. Which order is it? Left, right, yeah, okay. There we go. There we go. Totally lost my train of thought because of that. What was I talking about? Challenge runs. I thought about like a minimum jumps, minimum dashes run. And I can't imagine that that would be like the most insane thing. But, oh my gosh, I'm out of it today. Now we're entering the first secret boss dimension, Pepperoni's Pizzeria and Vomitorium, or just the Vomitorium for short. A dimension where gluttony reigns supreme, a never-ending all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. Its residents constantly eat this pizza, throw it back up, and continue eating even more. That's vomit on some of the tiles, so watch your step. This absolutely disgusting area is home to two unique enemies, the Obese and Pepperoni. The Obese are basically just nuisances to us in this run. They have 3 attacks, and 2 of them are pretty slow, so we'll be avoiding most encounters with them. Pepperoni, however, is the secret boss of Chapter 1. We have to fight him before the final boss to avoid re-entering Chapter 1 and traveling all the way back to the cathedral. He's a tough boss with a handful of tricky attacks, and accompanied by 2 Obese as well. It'll be a difficult challenge to defeat him at such a low level. Finally, once Pepperoni is defeated, we will grab a unique equipable item for our trouble, and then have to escape before this dimension crumbles. Here's how that went. Remember playing the game with a friend who died frame 1 to Pepperoni? Yeah, Pepperoni has historically been very overpowered for his position in the game. He's much easier than he was. Can you win Angels and Demons by only going left? No. Unfortunately, no. Pepperoni! Pepperoni! Alright. So, this is the first real boss. He's a secret boss, so he's slightly more difficult to beat than the actual final boss of World 1, but that's by design. The secret bosses are optional, so they're optional, but should you skip them? Probably not. They're optional, but skipping them is lame! I do want to kind of have this restriction where you can't go back and fight a secret boss after a certain amount of in-game time has passed. And there's a good reason for that. Part of it's balancing. The other part of it is for story reasons. I suck at finding secrets. I'm so cooked. It'll be much more obvious where they, like, the methodology. Like, I'm gonna, like, really hammer it in that, like, hey, you should do these things. You know, get a good ending. Like, it's gonna be much more choreographed. Like, with the way I actually have it structured right now, is, like, you'll probably, if you don't fight the secret bosses first, you'll probably go through one of the worlds and be like, huh, we're forgetting something. We're just, like, missing something that was, like, really important to, like, the story here, aren't we? And, oh my gosh, I'm getting trolled! Oh no! Look, I should honestly reset. I should reset after that. I really should reset. Just reset the run. I genuinely might. You know what? Nah. We're done. We're done. Run's better than Pepperoni. It's so freaking done, dude. Yeah, so I did get a game over here because I was being incredibly troll. I ended up resetting this run, so we'll just call it a warm-up. The next run was on a much better pace leading up to Pepperoni anyways, so here's a few noteworthy segments and moments up to that point. Right. Yes, Yui, get your money up! Let's go. Yes, let's go. Alright, this is exactly the attack I want. Counterattack damage, it's fast. This run's already better. I like this run already. Oh my gosh, Yui, yes! She's on a whole nother level right now. Both levels, she's gotten 3 attack, which is awesome. Yui is locked in. She is totally locked in this run. Did you see my hands go to like QW78 like that? That's awesome. Horse RNG from last run. Give me that coupon, get us out, get us out. And then with our extra cheddar, we're gonna get that other equipable for Yui. I feel like the modding scene for this game would go nuts. See, it's really funny you'd say that, because like, I thought about including like a modding API of some kind. Like just the ability to mod the game, like just naturally being included somehow. I kind of want to include that. Like, I teased it actually a long time ago. Like, this was something I was seriously workshopping for Demo 4, believe it or not. You actually go back in one of the devlog videos. At one point, I show my Obsidian like note library on the video, and there's some tabs open, and these tabs are 100% teasers, and no one noticed them. Like I can talk about this now because like it's like no one's gonna go back and watch those more than likely, and if you do, you're gonna like see a lot of like things. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and they just never happened. In one of the videos, I showed my Obsidian note library, and there's like 3 tabs open, like the focused tab, which I think I was talking about the prologue or something like that. I was talking about some kind of story stuff. There was 2 other tabs. One of them was modding API, and the other was Kaguya dating sim. And like, no one commented on it at all. I don't think anyone noticed it. Yes, Kaguya dating sim, like, it could be real. It could be real. Like, oh yeah, like the part with Francis. The Francis dating sim. Okay, I'll like you hit the nail on the head, so I'll spill the beans. What if that was an entire quarter of World 4? And I'm not kidding about that either. Like I'm being so serious when I say this. What if that was about a quarter of World 4? All right? Like, I wish I could say this was a joke, but I have the first section of the storyline for it planned out, and it's at 3,000 words. Like, I'm being 100% serious. Kaguya dating sim is a real thing. Okay. See, now this movement's going a lot better than the previous run did. Be able to add a 4th tagline to the game. Honestly, that's real, though, since it's only going to be for like one small section of the game. I don't know if platformer, RPG, rhythm game, visual novel like has that kind of ring to it, or dating sim or something like that. Like it kind of more falls under the visual novel aspect than dating sim. I just like calling it the dating sim because that makes it sound funnier. This does not mean you get to riz up Kaguya. Like I won't confirm or deny that you do or do not. Like, it could be a really funny like story arc between main character and Kaguya. If you have L Riz, she just tears you in half and deletes your save. Not out of character for her, honestly. The future is now, old man. You must riz up an android. All right, I think praying might actually be like the way to go here. I'm gonna hop up Yui, burn a turn for a prayer on main character here. I'm hoping I can get. I'm looking for a prayer for crits. Let's see. I'm like routing this on the fly right now. Like what's gonna be most optimal. I think I burn a turn here for AP and oh yep, that's interesting. All right, gonna prayer stack here. I think this might be the way to go. Hey, that works. That helps. No! This is the last thing I want in a speedrun! No! Oh my gosh. What a time loss here. Ooh. You just got a low taper fade. I wouldn't really call this a ruined run. There's still the chance that we get prayer for energy, which will give us Not Core. And that will be incredibly helpful, actually. Because that Knot Core actually boosts your attack power too. Again! Again! It doubled up! What are the freaking odds of that? There's no, I gotta like fact check that. Like, what are the odds of Prayer for Patience doubling up twice in a row like that? What the heck? Do I even need to touch the keyboard? I'm getting a drink. Today's drink is orange Gatorade, folks. Yeah, it really is. Wow, she actually got hit! Shocking. Game is giving me so much time to think about the decisions. Lock in. All right. I'm locked. I'm locked as I can get, realistically. All right. One more prayer. Yes! 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 Here we go. Okay, now we might be cooking. We might be cooking. All right, actually, let me put you guys on something. Let me put you guys on something. All right. This might just be a discontinued flavor of Powerade, but one that absolutely, it straight up rocked my world. I was getting so many of these things and drinking them like no end, all right? Twisted Blackberry Powerade, all right? It was crazy. Like, it was so incredibly good, all right? After the pandemic, I've never seen them again. Closest thing I've got is the new Dr. Pepper, the Blackberry. It tastes like that, but carbonated, and it's like, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, we're finally out of the world's longest boss fight because I got Prayer for Patience twice in a row. So now I should be at max HP because of the level up. We're just going to not die this time. We're about on the same, because of the Patience prayer, we're about on pace for the same speed as the previous run. Look, I'm gonna go a little bit patient here. I'm not going to damage boost. Okay, that works. That's a fine damage boost. It's only 2 damage. Oh, that I did not mean to do. Oh wait, this is faster. And then we're out. He beat the escape sequence! I was here! You were here, chat! You were here! Now we enter the fight with the Gluttarist, a crude fusion of the Glutank and Mayor Big Top due to demonic interference with the Rune of Temperance. Normally this fight takes a bit of time since the Gluttarist gets 2 attacks per turn, and it would take even longer since I accidentally missed an encounter with a Glutlery early on. But as you'll soon see, I had some insane luck here. Oh yeah. So this is what I was trying to actually fight that Glutlet earlier. If you haven't encountered an enemy throughout World 1, they show up in the final fight. So this fight now has a Glutlery. I want him gone. I do not want him healing Gluttarist at all. Bro thinks he's part of the team. That's awesome. We're trolling? We're trolling? The floor here is made of floor. Alright, now we can schmoove a little bit. 151. Let's get another one. Goated message is true. It really is. Oh, let's go! It pays off! Check out the freaking time save. Prayer from the Pepperoni fight comes in clutch with Gluttarist. We get the prayer for big damage. Prayer for big damage, ending the fight in, was that 2 turns? That's freaking awesome. And we get a level up. This is awesome. Horse carry. That's so real. It is the horse carry. It genuinely is the horse carry. Okay, so now I can actually talk about the game again in a way that isn't like rehashing what we already know. So we are now in the Hector and Autumn section of the game. We get to play as Hector and Autumn for a little bit and see their incredibly overpowered skill sets at work. So that means like infinite clone jumping as if you had the bubble flower a la Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Boom. Hey, that's a trailer scene, by the way. You saw it in the Demo 4 trailer, you know. And Hector, the genius. Boom. And just like that, we are out. And we're going to ideally keep our schmoove speed going through here. We keep our schmoove speed, so now we run all the way to the lab. Okay, so we're gonna get some of the most busted equipables in the game here now. Yui's gonna get the pink heels and the casual skirt. Main character is going to get the basketball shoes, basketball shorts, and basketball jersey. And then I think we're good here. And we're gonna go ahead and equip these. And this is gonna give us such an edge in like everything here. Because it's gonna increase our attack a ton. Now we've made it to Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is different in that it's non-linear. We have to complete story quests on both the west and east sides of Cardenaria, with our goal being to convince the rulers of both areas to meet here in the middle, and ideally open up a locked room where the Rune of Patience is held. Recently, tensions have built between Westle and Eastern, the two nations of Cardenaria. So, the Royal Clowns, Kay and Os, intend on performing a show in order to get them to settle their differences and prevent an all-out war from breaking out between the two. They give us a referral to speak with the king and send us on our way. For this run, we'll be tackling the west side's Westle Woods first. So on our trek through Westle, we'll be fighting some possessed enemies, getting access to one of the best movement abilities available so far, doing a rhythm game quest for the Fury Knife, and defeating a possessed mini-boss. Here's how it goes. So, World 2 strat is to go to the west side first and complete it, because Scarf, and we can go ahead and do the, the whole, like, what's it called? Like, if I can think of words with my mind. The whole, like, rhythm game stuff. And boom, we're already done with this fight. That's how broken that gear makes these fights. Like, we're already dealing 200 damage to the first enemies in World 2. The attack buff of those items, like, it's really for those who know, right? Like, if you know, you can go get them and you can make everything easy. But most people didn't, and then the balance kind of stays. I kind of forgot about it in testing. Oh, give me schmoove speed. I need to remember to do that. This wall jump tech is what I was talking about earlier for the like tutorial skip that I was thinking of. But I forgot that cutscene just gets entirely skipped. Okay, so we're gonna go up here for one more Yui equipable, I think. I'm actually not sure why I'm going up here. I don't think this is, like, this isn't, like, required, but I do think that the leafy wings will help out because Yui does not have wings. In my first playthrough, I was thinking about how chill the main character and Yui were, with the clowns having black irises, red pupils, and sharp, bright and yellow teeth. Well, they might be dense. They might just be dense. Maybe not. I know a guy that looks like that. In the South, you never know. You might just run into someone like that. Real talk. Alright, so we have the leafy wings. I think that boosts her AP. I actually didn't think to, like, look. Probably would have been a good idea to do that. And I didn't. Just gonna skip the angry fights. Okay, we're not gonna skip that freaking bird that I hate. Yeah, see the AP buff from the leafy wings with Yui. 45 AP. Insane. That freaking bird that I hate. Yes, it is a Dashi quote. Oh my gosh, I love that video so much. You don't even understand. Like, also Yui with the -5 speed right now. All right, so we now have our, if I can play the video game. Wow. We now have our next special attack and ability, the Scarf Grapple, also known as Scarf Scramble in battles. So this is main character's solo special attack, and this is going to let us do a little bit more damage, a little bit faster, methinks. I think since we got the drop, we probably don't need to use it here. We could probably, yeah. Oh! Get me out. We're avoiding him. We're just going through. Skip this cutscene. And we are rhythm gaming now. Oh, whoa, my hands were just totally off the keys. Did you see that save? That score rounding is interesting. I shouldn't have 1,000,000 points, but we'll take it. It's only an S rank because I did not get all perfects, but he didn't get 100%. Throw things. What would be a run reset moment is if I fell back into Deep Woods. Real talk. Okay. We are now in Camp Arwood. So, I'm gonna put you on something. There's a prayer that's very, like, it's locked under normal circumstances, except in battles with possessed enemies, where it has like a 100 times more likely chance to happen. Pretty much guaranteed chance. And that is prayer for purification. Part of me wants to remove this from the game, and you'll see why if the very first one actually does it here. Oh, prayer for attack. Okay. Wow. Cool. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, our first mash attack. All right. Listen, Arwood's getting totally reworked in Demo 5, I promise you. He has the most riveting gameplay currently, you know? Dude. Okay, you know what? Sure. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I guess we're not gonna get prayer for purification. I was really banking on that just happening out of the gate. I'm gonna be totally honest. Is he just only gonna get eagles? Okay, there's an owl. How does prayer for purification work? It only appears in battles with possessed enemies. It will just deal enough damage to purify them. If there's all the demons are gone from the battle ends. Just like that. So, I don't think we're getting it here because, yeah, he's already done. So, essentially, it's just a win fight button, yeah. Now, with the west side of Cardenaria complete, we'll head to the east side of Cardenaria, Eastern. Upon reaching the doors of the alabaster beige house, the guards turn us away. We have to have a referral in order to speak with President T. Rowland, and we only had a referral for the king. So the only way for us to get one is to pass the Eastern military test. Eastern will take much less time to complete than Westle thanks to our new scarf grapple ability. So, our goal in Eastern is to find the military camp, complete our military training, and get our presidential referral. Once we've got that done, we'll tackle the second secret boss. The seal is hidden underneath the military camp, and we can only access that area after passing our military exam. Here's how it all went. Oh my gosh, my speed movement, dude! Ah! There we go. Why does he have grown trees in his basement? About that, you see, well, has anyone ever been so far as go want to do look more like? Because why do they call it oven when you in the cold food, of out hot eat the food? More at 11. Oh, I screwed up the schmoove. Ooh, I'm gonna trigger the bomb. No, I'm gonna trigger the bomb. Okay, we're good now. What am I talking about? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, basically. I'm just talking. You know, just chatting. Not to be confused with the Twitch category, just chatting, but we're just chatting. I might be yapping. Just a little bit of jibber jabber. Flibbity, gibbity, gibber gabber, even. The yipper yapper. Okay, I know for a fact we do not need to go up to the lookout and do that fight for an equipable item for bonus, because what we have is already better in main character's case, and that's just the Eastern coat, I believe. Might be your first stream. Hey, that is cool. Getting a banger first stream, honestly. If I can play the video game. Otherwise, it's kind of troll. Okay. This order is not random, by the way. Oh, the cycle is crazy! That's an insane time! Oh my gosh, I just like messed him up. What in the world? I don't think I've ever done that fight that fast. I think that might just be a record. All right, safety save. And we're going into the fight with, or not the fight, but the war zone for Mr. Bloodwrath. Now we enter the war zone, an area scorched by the horrors of war, patrolled by faceless demons with an insatiable bloodlust. But oddly enough, there's some weird themes of TV and old VHS/cassette tapes in here. Anyways, this area is home to two more unique enemies, the Psycho Wrath and Bloodwrath himself. The Psycho Wraths will march along the area and begin floating towards you when spotted. These enemies hide their face, or I guess faces, with a covering that resembles an old hockey mask. They have 3 different attacks and deal tons of damage when they hit you. Then we have Bloodwrath, this gurgly, alien-like demon of wrath. He'll attack using various TV-related things, massive tendrils, or even by utilizing actual bloodbaths. Once we defeat the Bloodwrath, we'll get another unique equipable item and then have to escape before the dimension collapses. Here's how it all goes. Also, I didn't note it, but we did get the next special attack, which is the Angelic Glide. Primarily for Yui, but main character can also use it too. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Can I avoid the encounter with him? Because I'm pretty sure this specific Psycho Wrath encounter is, okay, good. I think that one specifically, you can't flee. This area took me 10 years to get through and you're clearing it in seconds. Hey, this is what happens when, you know, you have to play the game for who knows how long. Okay, safety save, and we're gone. Here we go, world's longest battle intro. All right, we are now in the fight with our final secret boss, and that is Bloodwrath. And he's a bit interesting. I'm realizing I'm in this fight with 0 AP on main character, which is just awesome. Struggled so hard at Bloodwrath. Am I bad at the game? No, because he was a pushover in Demo 3, and I did buff him quite a bit in Demo 4, because he was very lacking. Bloodwrath, as a character, or at least his design, is like on the chopping block. Because really, there's not much going for him. He's just like weird, squiggly, tentacle alien thing. That is exactly what I wanted, is AP. Let's go. Like, he's on the chopping block to get redesigned in Demo 5. He might end up looking a little bit more like the Psycho Wraths. Do you remember what the quotes are for the Psycho Wrath? Because some are hard to understand. They're meant to be hard to understand, actually, because it's like 3 different sentences overlaid on each other. Fun fact. Just the most prominent one is like the, it's like Microsoft Sam, or I'm just gonna call it the Faith voice, right? There he says, my face is many. He says, time for stabbing, of course. Don't run, come here. There was actually one related to old lore that got removed. Fun fact. Oh! Yes! This is actually gonna be rough, I think. Bloodwrath is actually one of the few enemies you don't want not core on, just because it makes it pretty difficult. Oh gosh. Can I outmash? Yeah, I can. Don't worry about it. Wait, Yui's one shot there. Oh no. The God Seed! Oh my gosh! Ah! That's crazy. This is good. I'm getting easy to avoid attacks while not course active. See, this actually makes it quite challenging. Oh. I'm not gonna goof around. Alright, get a spike out. He's not dead yet. Now he's dead. Okay, awesome. Alright, we are starting our next escape sequence. We got the Patient Pinafore, which will be probably one of Yui's, like, best equipables, but I don't know if we'll be using it because it doesn't boost attack. Yui with the negative speed. It's true. It makes the Pinafore like kind of troll, because its gimmick is that it's supposed to make you always attack last, or Yui always attack last, I should say, in the turn queue, but I'm pretty sure it just doesn't work. Like, I feel like I've seen it just like not working the way I programmed it to, and I just haven't like double checked that. But regardless, I'm probably not going to be using it in this run anyways, so it doesn't really matter. The thing about most of the secret bosses, I'll expound on some secret boss lore a little bit, is they're supposed to look kind of how, like, similar to what caused them to be summoned in the first place, right? So, like, for pepperoni, like, it's a lot of hot sauce and pizza and stuff like that and everything. Like, for Bloodwrath, it's like a lot of argument over an old sci-fi movie. So he's technically like probably an in-universe character to an extent, like, that people would recognize. Ah! Okay. Unfortunate part of speedrunning is we have to skip the funniest cutscene in the entire game, which is the president's cutscene. After backtracking to the president's office, convincing him to attend the show, and unfortunately skipping one of my favorite cutscenes in the whole game so far, we head to the theater ourselves. Kay and Nos have saved us front row seats, so we get dressed up and head into the final area of Chapter 2, where the boss fight happens. Yep, it's Kay and Nos. These two are actually demons that impersonated the real Kaylee and Oswald, so we hop on stage and put on a real show. The Chaos Coordinators, as I like to call them, have a lot of different attacks, some of which utilize the crowd shown at the bottom of the screen. They also have this neat little band on stage consisting of some of the enemies of Chapter 2. They actually sync up to the different instruments of the song as well. Unfortunately, I missed another enemy encounter early on in the west side, so we have to burn a turn to defeat this Angry. The 2 attacks per turn would have been an even bigger time waste, so we had to get him out of there. Anyways, here's how the fight went. Alright, we are nearing the end of World 2 now. I'm gonna do another safety save right here before we go in here. It's optimal to pick Daisy. It's optimal to pick the Daisy dress. Oh my gosh, I never encountered an Angry! Bro thinks he's part of the team! So, let's... Ooh, I gotta think with my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and get him out of here because it'll be quick and I do not need him using 2 turns. I could have avoided this just by encountering an Angry and then fleeing, but I didn't do that. So, also, fun fact about the band in the back of this fight, they actually will sync up with the song. If you notice the woodwort on the drums, he syncs up with the actual drums. Same with like all the others, like the Fintrub on the keyboard does the same thing. He syncs up with the synth keyboard and the piano in the background. And the Angry syncs up with the vocals, like the background. And then the Scale and Rage syncs up with any of the trumpets. Yeah, so when Angels and Demons ends up in one of those, did they animate the drums properly, or the instruments properly, videos? Hopefully we can say yes. Hopefully we can say yes, they are animated properly. The Scale and Rages go up depending on what note is being played. Like, I manually tweaked all this stuff too. It's only mildly upsetting that people don't notice it, like, but also, like, most people are just used to it not syncing up. It would be a crime for me not to have it sync up with this being a rhythm game, don't you think? Ooh, was looking at chat and I almost got drenched by that flower. Oh, what a goat prayer in clutch. Unless this kills, and then it doesn't matter. Okay, it does matter. With both chapters of the demo now completed, we only have 2 things left to do. Fight one more regular game boss, and then complete the X Rush in Boss Rush. At the far east side of Chapeltown is Slorp, or the Salvelatine Laboratory of Robotics and Programming. Upon entering Slorp, we get into one of the most uniquely silly boss fights in the entire game, Kaguya. Kaguya makes use of a ton of new attack styles up to this point, and also has her own live chat that shows up to try and distract you. And sometimes this chat feels like it has a mind of its own, as you'll soon see. Oh, it's Kaguya! She shows up. Alright. Hello, chat. Be sure to follow the streamer's chat rules. Welcome to the chat room. Origami Gal just subscribed with a tier 7 subscription. Let's see. User 10928301 something or another. Oh my gosh, why is this like expert difficulty? I set this to expert? Never mind. I remember now. I might have to lock in slightly. Not really. Doesn't matter as long as I get an S rank and I'm on pace. Who redeemed Highlight My Message? Can you change the song? This one's too fast and it makes my head hurt. I'm a platformer pilled attack maxer right now. Half a car shows up in this chat, I'm pretty sure. Is the stream buffering for you guys too? The Team Defender. Let's see. Ban this guy mods. It's over. Don't care. Oh, I don't care. Plus, I did not ask. Let's see. Who subbed with the tier 6 sub? I can't see the username yet. Hold on. Sarge A. Okay, the military commander. Let's go. I didn't know, dude. I didn't know he was a Division 1 Nintendo Kaguya fan. Where did I get Nintendo from? Trollney subscribed with a tier 2. Temperance Angel, Highlight My Message. Longtime fan, just popping in to say hi. From Kaguya herself. Wait. Reminder for chat. Dude, she's in her chat right now saying, hey, reminder. Streamer appreciates backseat gaming. Oh, wait. He just put a pizza in the oven. Remind him to get it out in 15 minutes, please and thanks. Exclamation now playing. Now playing is Kaguya's challenge from the Angels and Demons Demo 4 OST. Yo, Chet Archie is rating with 14 viewers. What's up? What's up, my goat? Ah, Kaguya's gone. L streamer, El Bozo, Impui knows. Dude, she's a chatter right now. She's a freaking chatter. It's over. What is the freaking timing for this chat, dude? That's totally random. That's not scripted at all. There's no way. That's so freaking funny. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm lightheaded after that. That's insane. No way. Now, with Kaguya defeated, we begin the final challenge of the run, X Boss Rush. The X Boss Rush goes through the 7 main game boss fights, but amped up a ton, and with one special unique fight at the end. In order, that's Kaguya, Champion Glutank, Hard Rock Glutarist, Ghost Pepperoni, Eastern Arwood, Vintage K and Vintage Os, Parasitic Blood Wrath, and then we'll end with a special fight against Imp Yui. If you watched the previous video on my channel, you'll know just how difficult Imp Yui's fight is. But we aren't just fighting Imp Yui this time, we're going through every boss with higher stats, new attacks, and with 5 playable characters on our belt. Yep, by reaching this area, we're effectively in a post-game state. We now have access to Kaguya, Autumn, and Hector, every piece of gear in the game, and a bunch of new special attacks. We'll be coming up on the end of the run pretty soon. Time is going to be when the last hit is landed on Imp Yui. So, without further ado, the X Boss Rush. I'm going to actually just one-cycle Kaguya here, I think. This is probably the fastest way to do this. Maybe. Because Kaguya actually does extra damage to herself in her own fight. Kaguya v Kaguya. One of these Kaguyas is not like the other. Let's go! We definitely just one-cycled Kaguya. We're gonna be one-cycling a lot here, more than likely. It's not gonna be faster to one-cycle, Glutank, or Champion Glutank here, so we're just gonna holy home run. I actually do this better with my left hand. I'll alternate better with my left hand for some reason. And that's what determines the extra damage in this attack. Beat down. Mess with me? I don't care. You mess with a girl? It's beatdown. Time. Champion Glut Tank was kind of intended to be a reference to King Hippo, since he has like the beatdown attack. So I kind of like, I think I color picked King Hippo from Punch Out. Yeah. Hector can probably get him out with this because fire crits gluttony demons. Oh, maybe not. So let me put you guys on something. Okay, I didn't even need to do like the spam. I probably could have saved AP there. Ooh, Kaguya has none AP. Okay. Mike Tyson boss fight win. Ah! I looked at chat! Ah! Rip the no-hit run. Team Freestyle, awesome. Mike Tyson boss fight is whenever whenever there's a possessed enemy that has a beatdown attack. Because right now there's none. I could give Arwood one in Demo 5. Ah, wait, is Kaguya dead? Oh no. Kaguya might be dead. Woo! Kaguya's dead! Negative 2 HP is wild. True in a way. Oh my goodness, I was looking at chat. Chat's gonna be the reason I die in one of these runs, realistically. Like, it kind of is already getting there. I think what I'll actually do here is when I get to Yui's turn, I will bless up Kaguya. We're gonna bless up Kaguya to save an item, and then we will Sentry Shuffle with Autumn for a one-turn cycle. Wow! Pepperoni. Do the Kremling hurt SFX? Oh. Well, let me try it again. Oh. I can kind of do it, almost. Why are Kaguya's attacks so broken? Kaguya and Hector specifically. So, Kaguya's, at least with the combo jump, that one actually gets kind of tough to keep up. Unless I, like, screwed up the code, it comes down to, like, a 2-frame window. There is a level of skill that goes into that one. For Clone Conundrum, it's just, like, how much stamina do you have? I think we might clone here just to get him out. Because I'm pretty confident in Clone Conundrum. It's a trailer scene! You guys saw this one. My voice is almost shot from yelling. I need to get a sip of me drink. I would be, like, remiss if I did not, like, pay homage to the copy flower. So that's why Clone Conundrum is a thing that exists. So, but the main gimmick about Pepperoni in Boss Rush is that instead of him being, like, primarily fire, now he's primarily ice. Like, he still has some fire attacks, so he's like a hot and cold kind of thing. I'm kind of like locked in right now. I might attempt to one-cycle Imp Yui. Oh, got him. Got him. When I see a Clone Conundrum like this. Wait, did I screw it up? Oh, I did screw it up. Wait a second. All right, we're balling. I thought I got him out, but I didn't. Boom! He's still here. Dude, my greed. Okay, now he's done. Never mind, didn't matter. Still a one-turn cycle. Understand how powerful the clone attack is, but I just can't do it. I want to make it a little bit easier to do, like, initially in Demo 5. It's pretty hard at first. Like, I think once you've done a certain amount of damage is when it should maybe start requiring Hector's inputs. Like, the idea is that it's, like, high risk, high reward. Like, it's supposed to be, like you're supposed to have to put, like, the most kind of effort into it. Oh, wasn't paying attention with Kaguya. Lololol. Yeah, we got Arwood, then we have, Ah! Whoa! I got clipped! First time ever that attack has hit anyone, by the way. First time that has ever hit anyone. Arwood's like the most forgettable boss in the whole game, so like I don't blame you for thinking it was just gonna go straight into Bloodwrath. See, that was actually like a big instance of greed because like I really wanted that left coin and I thought the attack hit later and it does not. He's gonna do the same attack again, ain't he? Yup. Ba-da-da-da-dum. 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 3 in a row? 3 in a row! Alright. Dude, he really wants this one. He really wants this. He's dropping every single log out of the rafters of his basement here, alright? He prepared for this winter, alright? I don't know how much HP he has left, so I might Sentry Shuffle here on Autumn's turn. I think that'll probably be the best way, because he's got 3 attacks per turn, and they're pretty freaking slow, so... It's low-key really awesome you got 5 simultaneous members to work well. Seems like a difficult balancing act. Yeah, I think it's going to be rough balancing later in the game, but... For what it's worth, all 5 characters aren't going to be together until, like, the end of World 7, like, start of World 8, kind of. So it's not, like... I don't think it's, like, too... It's going to be too terrible to balance, necessarily. But it's going to be tough at some point. But for this, it was just, like, play out the fights, like, give them... Make them HP spongy, give them extra attacks, make them hard to dodge, and everything. Why are they just gray? So the idea was, since... and this is kind of like a little bit of a deep cut kind of thing for him, but if you check their bestiary entry, their thing in there, oh, Yui's got like the trail going on. Who is this going after? This is going after main character? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like an old cartoon. So their like bestiary entry says they can contort their body in ways like an old cartoon character. They're intended to be like rubber hose, right? So this just like further exemplifies that fact. You can actually just mash in this attack, and this is gonna get fixed later on. I might not even have to. I might not even have to clone Conundrum because this is troll. We're cheating, definitely cheating, but I know about it and I haven't fixed it, so. And this is probably one of the strongest attacks that Kaguya has that's not an infinite. Because this does an incredible amount of like base damage, and it scales based on your accuracy. Oh, this was mash. I thought this was sequence. I wasn't looking. We're fine. We're fine. Finally. Yeah. Oh, our first platformer. We didn't get Kaguya's ever. Woo. Awesome. He can do 4 attacks. Yeah, like, I was pulling all the stops with Blood Wrath, but unfortunately for him, we can just combo jump him. Oh, whoops. Oh, I have to like look at the top of my screen to see the inputs for this one. It's a little bit awkward. I was yapping, and I pressed Z there. That was an X. No hit Impui, dude. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. I'll see if I can keep it going. Let's see if we can no hit Impui twice in a row by technicality. Team freestyle out of the gate, the one I'm known for throwing on. All right, we're coming up on the end of the run though too. So let's see. Did all the training from the YouTube video pay off? Place your predictions now, folks. Vote now on your smart device. Vote now on your smart refrigerator. Will I or will I not no hit Impui first try in the speedrun? Put my 0 channel points on Impui. She's so silly in my strange little headcanon that inevitably will age like milk once we find out more about her. Impui is probably one of the more detailed characters that I have conceptually, like how she functions. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised when you see why Impui is Impui. Okay, we're like still technically on pace for 3-turn cycle here. Yeah, oh wait, I just thought of something, like, what are we constituting no hit? Just, Okay, never mind. It's done. It's over. Pack it up. GG's. All right, let's see. Can we clone Conundrum her then? Did not know you could spawn Hectors in the overworld. Yeah, that's Hector's overworld thing, is the clones. Autumn's is the spot dodge. I'm gonna trigger the bomb. Oh. Huh? 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 What? 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 Ah, she stole my specials! That wasn't what I was whining about. I swear I hit the right input on that, but all right, whatever. Whatever. We will do this. But yeah, MPUE's like lore is interesting, and I'm gonna like hint at that like tweet I posted earlier where it's like, oh yeah, I'll leave things in there, and like they might be legit or they might be red herrings. If you know about the debug stuff in Angels and Demons, take a look at the battle selector and press Q. And then like iterate through that. Okay, well, I tried to melee her for damage. Didn't work. I'm throwing. I can't throw here. I genuinely can't throw here. Listen. I thought he was stuck in hit stun. You seen he was stuck in his hurt animation. I thought he was stuck in hit stun, okay? Please understand. Like, I really thought the game was bugged. Hey, rare instance, you get to see this attack with 4 characters. The Journoid throw is crazy. The Journoid throwing situation is crazy. That was awesome. I've not done this with 4 characters since I like was testing MPUE. So understand this is like basically new territory for me. Difficulty of this boss makes me think it's like a boss fight right before the final boss. Kind of, yeah. I'll go ahead and say MPUE is like some World 7 top stuff. So she's very late game. It'll be a while before... Unfortunately, it'll be a while before you guys get to see a bunch of MPUE things. To be fair, I definitely intentionally made this fight incredibly difficult as like a challenge for the end of boss rush. So this is not indicative of how difficult she's going to be in the base game. Like maybe in the boss rush, I might keep her this difficult for the boss rush, but in the base game, she's not going to be this difficult. Like she's going to have a lot more leniency because I feel like it's a little unfair to put like some borderline frame perfect inputs in a main game boss. The boss rush for the full game. Ah, match! Dude, I hit Z. I hit Z. Boss rush for the full game is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, it really is going to, honestly. Like, because I kind of want to do something very specific with the boss rush in like the final game. I was thinking, if you guys noticed, you might remember in the trailer, there was a extra button on the boss rush menu labeled DIY. I was considering for Demo 4 a build your own boss rush, but there really wasn't a point for it. But in the final game, there might be. If I was going to do a boss rush thing in the main game, like with all of the bosses, I'd probably give you the ability to save and load. Or maybe like the rush, like where you go through all of the boss fights and stuff. At the very least, you can save and load, or it only has specific bosses. But that's the thing, is I hate limiting it to specific bosses, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, I would be totally fine with just like skipping over Arwood. Like, he's the most forgettable boss, right? Like, I don't think anyone would care if that was the case either. Like, I'll agree, it is quite long already. And that's kind of by design. Like, I wanted it to be like a post-game challenge. Today's lineup, MPUE, 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 and MPUE. Yep, found the safe spot. I wish I could have like got that down to a pixel in the speedrun thing. Or not the speedrun, the no-hit run. That would have been nice. Wow, okay, why couldn't I freaking do that any other time? Like when I actually needed to dodge that. What the heck? Why does MPUE have key blasts? So, that's not exactly what I'd call them, but like, if you notice she's holding a thing there. I don't want to say exactly what that is for spoilers. Oh, also Tom, by the way. She's done. That's Tom. 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 14.76 seconds to any percent all bosses. You were here, chat. You were here. You guys were in fact here. I was just talking and going along. I was like, oh wait, she's dead. Oh wait, time. Well. That's pretty awesome. No? No? What do we think? What do we think? 1 hour, 38 minutes, and about 14 seconds. This run was by no means optimal, but I think I did pretty well considering I did 0 routing. If you think you can do better, consider giving Demo 4 a try. Join the Discord and share your attempts and any tech you've learned, or just hang out with the community. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like this kind of video, let me know and I'll try and make some more like it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.